And we are live. Welcome to Annie's Flock, or welcome back to Annie's Flock Weekly Live. This week I am with Lucy. I'm going to try to have her to turn around. Come here, baby. Good job. Here's Lucy, my Indian Ringnecks. So we have Lucy with us today because the topic that was chosen for this week's live was Indian Ringnecks. So we have Lucy, my Indian Ringneck, with us today. She's a little shy and can't really stay too long in the same place. So I don't know how this is going to go. We'll see if she's going to stay with us the whole time or if she's going to fly away. I'm trying to have you guys to look at her, but she's like, yeah, this ring light is scary. And she's shaking a little bit. Are you okay, baby? Are you okay, baby? Yeah, you're okay. Do you want to spin? Spin. Good job. All right, so while we're waiting for people to join the live, just a quick reminder that every Saturday morning from 10 to 10:30, I go live on Annie's Flock, and we talk about a different topic every time. And this topic, you actually get to pick what you want me to talk about, because on the Thursday or the Friday prior to the live, I put a poll up under my post tab on my YouTube channel, as well as on my Instagram story, Annie's Flock Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go check the description box because the link is right there. And you can also vote for the same poll on my Instagram. So this week, between the Instagram poll and the YouTube poll, it was voted to talk about Indian Ringnecks. I have talked about budgies, black-egg conures, conures, but more specifically black-egg conures, and this time is Indian Ringneck. Oh, what's going on? Okay, so you're going to do just like Olive. You're going to poop on my floor the whole time, eh? That's what happens when you have birds. Do you want to do a spin so people can see you a little bit? And funny enough, this week it was 100% Indian Ringnecks. So if I talk about Lucy, she's about 8 years old, and I don't know much about her history. I had her a year and a half ago, and she was completely untamed. She used to be a breeding bird. So my experience personally with Indian Ringnecks might be a little bit different than other people, just because if you purchase an Indian Ringneck that was human raised and hand fed and very tame, it's probably going to be a little bit different. The other thing is I have done a lot of research on the Indian Ringneck before having one, and there's a huge difference between having a baby Indian Ringneck and an adult Indian Ringneck. Your journey is going to be very different, so I will talk about this as well. I have here some little bullet points that I want to touch base on regarding Indian Ringnecks. So that way you know a little bit more if you're interested in getting one. And if you have any questions, please put that in the chat, and I will answer your question regarding Indian Ringnecks. Let's see, I need my glasses to look at if I have some questions here. Okay. Yes, it's my pet. It's my pet bird. It's an Indian Ringneck. And I have lots to cover about Indian Ringnecks, so I will, on this slide, only answers questions regarding Indian Ringnecks, not other questions, because I have lots to cover. All right, so First thing that I want to talk about is the overall behavior of an Indian ringneck. They are, generally speaking, and then I can go maybe a little bit more if I talk personally about mine. Generally speaking, Indian ringnecks are a little bit skittish. So they tend to be really scared of hands. She is, but are you going to let me pet you? Oh, good job. But did you see how she just pulled away a little bit? Yeah, she doesn't really like hands. It took me a lot of work to have her to actually fly to me and land on my hand because she was really scared. Are you okay? They get scared really easily in general. They're not cuddly birds at all, like conures. If you watch my live that is still up, the replay of my live about my black-eyed conure, conures in general are way more cuddly. It's just not part of their behavior, really. When we call cuddly birds, also sometimes we'll call them Velcro birds. She's not a Velcro bird. She likes to do her own thing, be on her perch, fly around in the house, and not really. She likes to interact with me, but not to really hang out on my shoulder or anything like that. It's not her thing. Let's see, I have more questions. What is her name? Her name is Lucy. Yeah, so overall behavior, they're not easy birds to have. I don't like the term beginner birds, if you will, because I don't think there's such thing as beginner birds. I think they live so long that you should just get the bird that you want. But if you do want an Indian ringneck, you're going to have to think about putting a lot of effort into keeping this bird tame and enjoying the time with your bird, if that makes sense. Yes? What do you want? Do you want to spin? Spin. Good job, baby. Good job. Here's your treat. What can I say about overall behavior? They're not really aggressive, but they can be. If I talk personally, my experience with her. Okay, so now let's go back to if you get a baby bird versus if you get an adult Indian ringneck. So baby Indian ringnecks, they're, especially if they were hen raised by human and hen fed, they, like any baby birds, they'll be able to do pretty much anything with it. But when they hit puberty, so when they become an adult, I want to say around it can vary, but around a year and a half, 2 years old, it changes a lot. So some people will experience that, oh, my bird is now completely different. Every parrot will go through that bluffing phase that they call when they become adult, which is they're no longer a baby. They will no longer accept. If they don't want to do something, they won't do it, if that makes sense. So when a baby bird usually can do whatever you want with it, and you can kind of force them into doing things that they don't want to, like step up or holding your bird or whatever. When they become an adult, they don't want to do that. If they don't want to do something, they will let you know, and they can bite, they can attack, blah, 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 and all that jazz, and become aggressive. And a lot of people will experience this very strongly with an Indian ringneck. The change is going to be drastic, and it's going to stay like this for a long period of time. Bluffing phase, I had to go through this with my conure. I want to say it lasted like a few months, like a couple of months maybe. But from what I've seen and heard from other people, I didn't experience this with Lucy because I had her as an adult. already. So it's like they're developing their own personality, if you will. It's like they're a teenager. So if you have kids and you went through the teenager phase, if you're older, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or even like the terrible two when they're younger. Well, birds, they go through a terrible two and a teenager phase. And Indian ringnecks, it's pretty intense, and it can last a few years, not a few months, a couple of years sometimes. So you have to keep that in mind if you do want to have a baby. A lot of them get rehomed about when they hit about 2 years old because of that reason. Now, as an adult, they already have their personality, right? So they went through that bluffing phase. So you already deal with a bird that this is who they are. This is what they like. This is what they don't like. And it won't change really unless you put a lot of work and effort into permission-based training. Then you can modify a little bit behaviors, but their personality is going to be their personality. It's just going to stay like that. Yes, I'm talking about you, baby girl. Yes. Now let's talk about diet. Like any parrots, they eat a mix of veggies, fruits, pellets, nuts, seeds. You just have to be careful in which proportion you're giving this. So what I recommend is fruits should be only given, and it all depends on the amount of activity you do with your birds as well, right? If they fly a lot, if they don't, whatever. But generally speaking, fruit should only be given as a treat, not as a regular diet, because it's really high in sugar. Yes. What are you looking at, baby? What are you looking at? Do you want to spin? You want to spin? Then veggies, lots of it. And then, so what I give to my birds is a chop in the morning. So that's their breakfast. It's a mixture of veggies, legumes, and grains, but mostly veggies. And then when I talk about healthy pellet, you just have to be careful what you're buying. There's a lot of stuff out there that is actually not good for your bird. Anything that has color dye in it, I would stay away from that. It's like all these chemicals. It's not good. So I personally use the Tops parrot pellet. It's cold pressed, organic, and there's no fillers, no peanuts. One of the things you don't want to give your bird is peanuts. First off, it's very, very fat, or anything with peanut in it. Very, very fat. So you want to stay away from this to make sure that they don't get liver disease and stuff like that, or get overweight. And then seeds and nuts should only be for training purposes. I do use a little bit of seeds for foraging in her cage, just so that she has stuff to do and she's looking for, but it's very minimal. It's really just to, and you don't have to do it. I do this because, especially her, when I had her, she was like a perch potato bird. She would just sit there, not move, because she was a breeding bird. So she didn't know how to play with toys. She didn't really know how to be a bird outside of breeding and having babies. So I had to teach her all these things. I had to teach her to play with toys. I was hiding seeds and nuts in her toys so that she can shred them. And I was showing her shred her toys and find for it and forage. So foraging is a natural behavior. So for them, it's just that when they're not really thought to do it, in the wild, the mom would show them, like the parents would show them how to do it. But in the captivity, if the breeder didn't do that, or the owner didn't do that, then they kind of lose that natural behavior of them and they get bored. And anyways, whole other subject. But I use seeds and nuts for mostly seeds though for foraging in her cage, so she's not bored and she can destroy her toys. And then nuts is only for training purposes. I think she's gonna leave. What else? What else can I talk about? Oh, so the noise level of an Indian ringneck. That's a good subject. Do you want to come see me? Do you want to come? So noise level, they can be very, very loud, especially when they contact call, which is the scream that they make to call the rest of the flock. Do you want to come here? Here, I'm going to give you a treat. Come. Hey, Lucy, do you want a treat? Come here. Come here. Come show your face. There's a lot of videos out there of Indian ringnecks that are talking. They do have talking ability, and it's very clear how they talk, but that's not the majority of them. Most likely, they're males, the one that are talking more than females. Mine is a female. She doesn't talk at all. She barely makes any sound. Sometimes she can be in the house and, well, sometimes if I would only have her, I could be in the house and forget I have a bird, if that makes sense, because she doesn't really make any sounds. Okay, come on. Hey, do you want a treat? Come on, baby. Come here. Come here. Do you want this? Come here. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Okay, come on. Come on. She's eating the rest of this morning breakfast. Come on. Hey, do you want this? Come on, baby. She's like, yeah, no, thank you. Maybe I'll try later to get her in the picture. So if you want to get an Indian ringneck because you've seen all these cute videos on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever, of Indian ringneck talking, don't do it. Don't do it. You're up for a big disappointment because they don't all talk. And I would say, generally speaking, they don't. Yeah, she barely makes any sounds. Sometimes when she's going to make those cute little sounds, I'm going to reward her because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cute. I want her to do a little bit more of it, but she's not a talker like at all. But her contact call is very loud. It is louder than my conure, obviously than my budgies, but way louder than my conure. Okay, do you want to come? Let's show your face. Hey, do you want a treat? Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. You can do it. Come on. Come get this. Come. Come, baby. She doesn't want to. That's okay. That's about it for noise level, I want to say. Just keep in mind that they're not constantly loud, but they can be very loud when they do their contact call and they don't necessarily talk. And that's another thing. So if you look at last week live, the replay that is on the channel, I talk about what you should do before getting a bird. And one of my things is you should stop looking at cute Instagram and TikTok videos of parrots because it's misleading. You should see what the real life is instead. What else did I want to talk about? Cage. What cage should you get for your Indian ringneck? Okay, you should come here, baby. Come on. You want to come? Come here. Come here. Oh, good job. Good job, baby. I'm going to move you a little bit so people can see you. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Do you want to spin? Do you want to spin? Spin. So if you're getting just a sleeper cage, let's say your Indian ringneck is just all day long, your goal is to give it a room or to be outside in the house, then you just need a sleeper cage. It can be just really small. I will try to get her on me so that I can show you the whole, come on, baby. Hey, do you want a treat? Come on. Oh, good job. So can you see how her tail is super long? So her tail is extremely long and her wings it's not a big bird, but when they fly, their wingspan is pretty large as well. So I want to say the biggest cage you can get is what you want to do. So personally, mine is 20, I just measured it, 21 inches deep by 32 inches wide. And I personally think that this is a smaller you could go for an Indian ringneck. I'm looking to change some things in my home and eventually having more of an aviary style, because I do work outside. I don't work in the house. I have a full-time job outside the house. So even though I have her out of the cage in the morning, and when I come back from work to fly around in the house, she doesn't fly during the day, right? She can expand her wings, but she cannot fly from a perch to another one like my other birds can do, because her cage is just big enough for her, but doesn't allow her to fly. So if I have an aviary style cage, then that could change, because she would be able to fly from a perch to another one inside her aviary. So for me, that would be ideal for her, really. Yeah, you're so cute. You're so cute, baby girl. Yes, you're so cute. And because their tail is so long, you definitely need to have a larger cage for that, for sure. What else? Do they get along with other species of birds or other birds? I can't really speak about other birds because I didn't experience any other Indian ringneck. She's the only one I have. But I find that they are pretty territorial. Now, is it because she was a breeding bird, so that's why she's more territorial? I don't know. I'm not sure about this. But she cannot endure any of my other birds. I can have my conure and my budgies outside together under supervision, obviously, but having her outside the cage with my other birds, it gets chaotic really fast, because she just wants to, like, if they're far apart for a little bit, she won't really, like, it won't matter. But if they're in the same room and all of a sudden she realizes they're all together, not in the cage, in the same room, she's going to start freaking out and chase them all around. And yeah, it's not great. It becomes chaotic really fast. And I mean, she's much bigger than my black-head conure and my budgies. So she can make a lot of damage, so I don't want to take any chance. So I do get them outside once in a while together, but it doesn't last very long. As soon as I see that she's not content and she's like being kind of aggressive, territorial, she tries to chase them and it gets chaotic, I just put them back in their cage, because I separate them, because I don't want... First, is stressing her out, is stressing the other birds out. So there's nothing positive that came out of this. They can be side by side, and all my 3 cages are side by side in the room, and that's fine. It's just that when they are outside of their cages that it becomes an issue with her. Now, I don't really have a lot of history about her, so I don't know, except for the fact that she was a breeding bird. I don't know a lot about her from before, right? So her first, let's say, 6-7 years of life, I don't really know, right? So did she have bad experiences with other birds, and that's why she is not able to get along with other birds? I don't know. Would it be different if I had another Indian ringneck? Maybe. Am I interested in having another ring neck? Not really. I already have 4 birds. It's enough. I know my limit. If I was not working full time, that might be a different story. But with the full time work, I want to be able to give them quality time, right? So, what are you doing, baby? What are you doing? Hey, are you looking at people over there? Is that you? Is that you, baby? Is that you? Come. Spin. Good job. What else can we say? Okay, I have 5 minutes left. What else can we say about Indian ring neck? So Lucy here is white, okay? But they can be all kinds of different colors and beautiful colors. So the natural color for an Indian ringneck in the wild is green. So you want to look that up. It's green. And then, yes, the male have, that's why we call them Indian ringneck, is they have like a line around their neck, like a black or like a darker line around their neck. That's the male. And it appears around 2-3 years old. Females, they don't at all. Now, there's different colors. They all, I believe, have the ring around their neck for the males, and all the females, they don't. Oh, there she goes. She's gone. But you have different colors. So besides the green, all these mutations, you have like a blue, turquoise blue type of color. Those are beautiful. You have yellow. You have like a grayish. I don't know all the names of the different mutations, but because they all have names. But yeah, and everything in between, because now with all these mutations, I mean, you go from, some of them, they have like their head is a different color than the rest of the body, and there's different tones in between. So it's very interesting to see all those different colors. And then the price will vary also with the color, obviously. So I didn't pay really a lot of money for mine because it was a breeder that couldn't breed her anymore because she got rejected from the male she was supposed to be paired with. So really, he wanted to get rid of her. But I want to say they're about $1,000 usually, those birds. And then when you go towards like rare colors, then it's going to be more expensive. But yeah, they have really beautiful, beautiful colors. Do you want to come see me? Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, baby. That's pretty much it. I think I talked about everything that I want to talk about. Let's see if there's any questions here that I didn't see popping on, or it's cute. This is that older. I just want to see, what is this? There's a new thing. Okay. Sorry, I had to look at, there was a new thing on my live. I wasn't sure what it was. A new feature or something. So I wasn't sure what it was exactly. Okay, I'm going to try to have Lucy come back for, oh my gosh, I'm sorry. This is shaking because I was looking at the questions. So we have like 2 minutes left. So I'm going to try to call Lucy back so she can come back into the picture to say bye. Do you want to come see me? Come on. Come on, baby. Do you want a treat? Come on. Come on. Okay, come. Oh, good job. Here you go. You're back in the picture. Are we done? Are we done talking about you? What last thing I want to say is, I don't know if they're all like this, but man, she loves training. Training Lucy is amazing, especially flying. I can have her, like, she's going to get exhausted physically. I'm going to see her like move her, like having her wings out a little bit, panting a little bit, the mouth open, because she is exhausted before being tired of training, if you will. Like I can see her body language is showing me, yeah, you should stop because you're going to get sore. It's almost like someone that is working out and loves working out so much that they can't stop, and they're exhausted. They're physically so tired, but they just want to continue because they like being at the gym and working out. It's a little bit the same thing with her, I find. I always get tired of training or wanted to do something else before she wants to stop. So I'm usually the one that wants to stop the training before her, which is a good thing because that way we always finish on a good note, and she's never like, bored of the training. So, and this is how I've been able to bond with her, really, is through training. So yeah, she's really good at training. Okay, are we going to say bye? All right, well, see you next week, guys. And don't forget to subscribe and look up for the polls to see what subject you want me to talk about for next week's live. All right, bye, guys.